Okay, so you do want to take your time, make sure that this looks right in here, probably a little bit more space on the bottom than the top, but roughly uniform in its space all around. Then what we want to do is use guides in Flash so that we can get rid of the ones that we made. So we're going to go View, Rulers, turn that on. We're going to zoom in really close here to the center, and then we're going to come up here into the ruler, drag down a guide, go over here into the ruler, and drag out a guide this way. Double click on the hand tool and you'll see that we do indeed have those guides there. Now we want to go ahead and delete the crosshairs, and we probably won't be able to select them with those guides showing, so we'll turn them off temporarily. We'll go to View, Guides, and then click here where it says Show Guides. That'll make them go away for a second, and then we'll select that, delete, select that, delete. We'll turn back on our guides and we'll lock them. So Show Guides, View Guides, and Lock Guides. And now we can't select these and move them. All right, we're getting there. Now, we're going to keep this strictly as a backup just in case something goes bad. So we'll name this backup. And we're going to create another layer here, and that's going to be our reference layer. Now what we're going to do is copy from the backup layer, just a logo is all we need. We'll do an edit, copy. On the reference layer, we'll do an edit, paste in place. And then we are going to create one more layer, and that layer is called Pieces. Okay, now the backup layer, we can go ahead and lock that after we grab a piece from it. So I'm going to go to the reference layer and just turn that off for a second. And then on the backup layer, I want to grab one of these pieces here. Just one like that, and do an edit, copy, edit. Oh, and now I need to paste that in place on this layer. So go to Pieces, edit, paste in place. Now before you go any further, do verify with these eyeballs that you have the right things going on. So when you turn everything else off, you should have just one piece sitting on the Pieces layer. The backup layer, I'm going to go ahead and leave that off and lock. The reference layer, I am going to change its color to something different because it's just there as a reference. So let me go ahead and lock this layer, turn it off for a second, and then we're just going to select everything on this layer, go to the color, and we'll change it some other color. Okay, when I go to the Pieces layer, toggle the eyeball on. I should see that piece on top. If your Pieces layer, of course, happens to be underneath, you just need to drag it and bring it up. And we can go ahead and lock the reference layer as well. Now this piece here, this is a significant part of our animation. We are going to unlock this, select it, and we are going to convert this into a symbol. It's going to be an animated symbol. You could really do either a movie clip or just a regular graphic. I'm going to go with a graphic because of the fact that I can see what's going on the main timeline, and I really don't need it to be timeline independent. Now your results may vary depending on what you're doing. And we'll call this piece. Click OK. Now we're eventually going to need, in my case, 6 more copies of this, but before we do it, a very critical step is that we move this center line. So I'm going to zoom in here so that I can see the center line and the center mark of the piece. Now we grab the free transform tool and we are going to grab this center point. We are going to move it right on those crosshairs. And we're going to zoom in here so we can get as close as we possibly can with that for accuracy's sake. Okay, that's pretty darn close right there. Now, double click on the hand tool, zoom out, and what we're going to do is make, because I already have one, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these. And here's how we're going to do it. Just select this piece, we're going to go edit, copy, and then we're going to go edit, paste in place, and then we're going to go edit, paste in place. So that's 3. Edit, paste in place, that's 4. You may want to just learn these shortcuts. Command Shift V, that should be 5, 6, 7. All right, they're all stacked one on top of another. And then I can go ahead and grab them one at a time with the free transform tool again. And then because I moved the center point to here, if I move the cursor to the edge where I get this circular deal, I can now click and drag and put that piece in place. And get it as close as you can, but if it's not perfect, you would think that would be a, whoops, that's definitely not what we want. You would think it would be a big deal since it's a circular logo, but actually during the animation, right when it comes together as the very last step, we can substitute out the perfect animation and no one will know the difference. So I'm going to place these all in really close to perfect, and then I'll zoom in, try to give them even better, but I won't sweat if they're just a little pixel off or something like that. And then just to be safe, make sure that I didn't make too many. I should probably just rotate that a little bit. No, that's fine. So I'll do Command Z, put that back in place. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in and finesse them a little bit. All right, I now have all the pieces of the logo in place. And now what we have here is 7 instances of that symbol we created. And if I go into properties, you can see there's an instance of piece. So now if I move that, do an animation with it behind the scenes in its timeline, then whatever happens to one is going to happen to all of them. And that's how we get that accuracy where these things move around in unison and snap together so perfectly. So let's go ahead and do that. Now you remember one way to animate a symbol is to click on it in the library. It takes you into the edit mode. But another way is to click on it in the main timeline, I'm sorry, in the stage. And the reason that you might want to do that here is if you did want everything to come in from outside, like let's say we wanted it to come in from the very bottom and come in, then what you should probably do is click on the one that's the greatest distance, which in this case would be the bottom. So I'm going to double click on that and notice that it took me into that edit mode, and I'm going to do just a simple little animation here. Of the course of 25 frames, I am going to do an F6 here, and I am going to grab the magnifying glass and zoom out a little bit here, holding down the Option key and then clicking a couple times. That's good enough. And then move this piece down here. I'm holding the Shift key while I do that just to keep it perfectly constrained. And then I'm going to right click on here and say that I want a simple classic tween. And now if we preview this movie, we'll see that depending on how well this program captures it, we should just see that piece come out from the bottom. Oh, I did the rookie mistake here. I'm not using movie clips. I am using animated graphic symbols, so I need to extend my time. Okay, this is important here. Forgot to mention this, that the text we brought in from Illustrator, the program automatically converts it to TLF text, and we talked about the fact that we don't want to use that in this class. So for now we'll leave it, and we'll address that after we take a look at the video here. So now it's working like it should. We see this stuff in the background, and we can easily take care of that if we don't want to see it as well. So let's take care of those two issues. So first, let's address the type. The type shows up here on the backup layer, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this type again from Illustrator. Well, you know what, actually we don't even need to do that. Here's a real simple way we can address this, is let's go modify and break apart. And let's do it one more time because all it did was broke it into 3 individual units that time. Modify, break apart. Again, now it's just shapes. And as long as it's perfect, we dealt with that in Illustrator, we'll be fine. Okay, so that was one thing. The other thing is if we don't want to see these guys, we just can change them into masks or guides temporarily. And now if we were to review the movie, we would just see that animation only. But before we do that, let's go in and make it a little more exciting to look at. So we'll double click again here to go into the edit mode for the symbol. And let's just do something like click in between here and put a rotate clockwise on here. Now one thing that I can't stress enough is that this point right here where this logo comes together is very hard to get back if you lose it. So that's why we're working backwards. So really this is what we want the animation to look like, is this piece comes in. But that would be one of the very last things that happens, right? So let's change this up a little bit. Let's take this piece when it's all the way down here, because we'll save that towards the end of the video. Or I mean like the beginning of it, but the end in our case since we're working backwards. And let's just do something like that. And then, you know what, even better yet, let me do this. Let me add a little bit more here. I'll make this classic tween as well. Okay, so let's not move this out so far. Let's move this in closer here. And then let's take this part and move that out. So now what we have is this comes up and then it rotates around in here. Now again, we're going to see the opposite of this when we preview it, but eventually what we're going to do is turn those frames around. Oh, and you know, I guess in some cases it makes more sense to work with this as a movie clip just so you don't have to keep doing this all the time. But now we get to see what it's really doing. So just imagine that going the opposite way, but you get some pretty interesting looking stuff in here. So we can go back, keep manipulating the actual movie itself, and at some point we may want to reverse these frames, but let me just do a little bit more and I'll show you what I did. Alright, I tacked out some more here, so we're up to 75, and there is make this piece much bigger, so that we still may see, yeah, we definitely will see some overlapping here. And then we'll also put a rotation in here, so we'll go counterclockwise with that one. And then we need to go back to our main timeline and extend our frame so that we get accuracy of what we're seeing there. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we have now. Okay, so at some point it becomes a little bit confusing working backwards, so we may want to go into the timeline and reverse these frames, and this first frame that's going to become our last frame, what I'm telling you is you just have to remember to leave that frame alone because it's very hard to get it back. So I clicked on the first frame, shift click on the last frame, I'm going to modify, timeline, reverse frames. So now this is that super critical frame. So if we want to add anything to the beginning of the movie, what we're going to have to do is drag all this over and add it in the beginning. Let's see what it looks like right now. Something doesn't seem... Oh, you know what happens is when you reverse the frame, it loses its clockwise and counterclockwise. So let's go ahead and put those back. But you can see that at the end of the movie, it comes right back into position just like we would want it to. So now let's say that we do want to add some to what is now the real beginning of this animation. So what I would do is just grab all of this, click on the first, shift click on the last, move it down to whatever interval. What I'm going to do here is this is where I'm going to make it